What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro and welcome to episode 42 of my Leicester City career mode on FIFA 15. We're starting this episode off with a squad report because it has actually been a while. I think I missed out a month of the last squad report as well, and the entire everything that happened that month. Hector Bellerin has actually gone up by one stat, which is pretty good because he kind of was stuck on 61 since we signed him, and now he's gone up to 62. So yeah, he's still nowhere near good enough for the first team. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else strange or startling in this squad report and what the players' stats look like. And that Juan Pablo Diaz guy looks really good. We got him on a free transfer at the start of the season, and everyone else is progressing kind of nicely. There's one, like Berahino, has really come good this season. Like, he's banging in the goals left, right and centre, and that's great, but his stats are still stuck on 68, and I wonder, has he been affected with the potential glitch? Because I don't know what he was actually rated when I first signed him. I can't remember what his rating was, but I don't know if it's gone up or not. But then some players just don't go up. We've still got Andy Watson and Gary Mackay-Steven loaned out. I think maybe when Gary Mackay-Steven comes back, I might sell him. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do or whatever, because he just has no real place in the team. He doesn't really do anything. And now he's out on loan and we don't miss him at all. So I don't really know what to do with Gary Mackay-Steven or players of that nature. But our first game of this episode is against Southampton. It's at the King Power Stadium. Southampton, always a difficult team to play against, but we've got Schlupp and Berahino up front, and we're going with a 4-1-2-1-2 formation for this because I thought it'd be okay to use against a newly promoted side. I didn't think it'd be too much of a difficulty. It's amazing how many of their first team players they've retained despite having spent the season in the Championship, though. They've still got Pele, they've still got Tadic, and they've still got James Ward-Prowse, obviously because they asked for like 50 million for anyone who wanted to sign him. But Southampton came forward in the 13th minute and Pele played the ball into Mane, and they kind of hit me with like an RKO goal. This came from out of nowhere completely against the run of play, and it was the first shot that they had in the entire game. But that was Southampton taking the lead, and I wasn't worried at this point because it was early in the game, and I figured I could still recuperate and, you know, kind of galvanise the team going forward and try and get another goal back immediately. And in the 24th minute, Sinclair, just a really good run there. The shot was no good, but I just wanted to show you the run and how easy it was for him to get round all of those players and how good that was. And then in the 28th minute, the ball comes to Jeffrey Schlupp, who was dispossessed, but the ball falls to Sinclair on the edge of the area, who does really well to get a shot off, but unfortunately it went just wide. That was just around the half-hour mark, and then just after the half-hour, Schlupp plays the ball into Berahino, who gets in ahead of Jose Font, and his shot goes just wide of the post across the face of goal, no one there to tap it in. Then we come up to the 39th minute with Berahino on the ball once again. This time he shoots from distance, and he was very close to equalising for us. But just before half-time, Southampton came on the offensive with James Ward-Prowse on the ball on the right-hand side of the pitch. He goes back to Nathaniel Klein, who should really be playing for us at this point, but we never got to sign him. A terrible clearance attempt from Boyata leads the ball straight to Mane on the edge of the area, and he has a look up. He plays it into Tadic, who finds Pele, who plays it back to Tadic. And Tadic's shot is so strong that the goalkeeper couldn't keep it out with his palms. He just palmed it into the back of the net, and he just wasn't able to do anything about it. And that's a real shame because I think I don't know, I like Kasper Schmeichel a lot, and I don't really talk about all of the good things that he does, but I feel as though like punching the ball there, you know, parrying it up over the bar, like doing whatever, it just would have been better than that. But I was really disappointed to be 2-0 down because we absolutely didn't deserve to be 2-0 down. Like, there was no way that our performance was that bad. But this was a really weird chance that I wanted to show you because it could have been the greatest thing ever when Andrew Robertson's shot goes so close to going in, like a volley from, what would that have been, like 35 yards. But a few minutes later we came forward and we got a much better chance with Jeffrey Schlupp crossing it in towards Berahino. It comes out to Sinclair, who goes for the volley, and that one was a little bit closer than the last one, I think. But we come up to the hour mark with a throw in here on the left hand side, or the right hand side, as Brandt plays it to Koyate, who has a look up and belts it into the back of the net from distance to pull a goal back for us and help us push on towards getting that equaliser and hope that we can manage to do it. But what a finish from Koyate as well. It's not even as if like his long shooting stats are incredible or anything, and I don't even score that many long shots, but that was just a really, really nice goal. Then we came forward just 4 minutes later with the ball coming into Schlupp, and he finishes from close distance to level the game up and make it 2-2. And that was something that we really needed in the game, to try and press forward and to try and get that other goal. And just after that, 2 minutes later, the ball comes to Zaha. Now, I thought he was offside, so this was really weird. But he passes it to Sinclair, who doesn't score. And there's really no excuse for not scoring from that type of position for me, I don't think. Like, that should have been a goal. We had the numbers in our favour. We had players in good positions and nothing came of it. But we come up to the 89th minute with Brandt trying to work his way into the box. He goes for a shot at the near post, which was saved by the goalkeeper. And I think it would have gone in as well. It's kind of a weird one, but Arthur Barrett's just got his fingers to it. But it was a good run from Brandt, and he is quite an exciting player. I think he's going to grow into a very good player for us. But it was a corner kick which Zaha came across to take inside stoppage time, and he swings it in towards Ante, who goes up. It eventually comes out to Schlupp, who plays it into Sinclair, who goes for the volley, but sadly couldn't find the back of the net. And then we got a free kick in the 90th minute, which Andrew Robertson stands over. He goes for the shot, and it was so close to hitting the back of the net, but sadly it wasn't to be. We end that game with a share the spoils. We take a point each as a 2-2 draw against Southampton, which I'm not too concerned about. They're always difficult to play, like I said, and their team I really hate playing. But we did find out after that game that Thomas Ince is going to miss 3 weeks. He's the right winger, because I have 2 Inces in my team, just in case anyone didn't know. But yeah, he's going to miss 3 weeks, which is fine because we made the signing of Julian Brandt and we got him in, and that's a good thing. So our next game is against Hull City, and you know what, like, the fixtures that we have had over the last month or so of in-game time, playing against Man City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, and how we won all of those games. These are the games that I hate the most. I hate playing Southampton, I hate playing Hull, I hate playing West Ham. I hate those types of teams. Like, it's so weird. It's such a really weird game sometimes. But Hull came forward after just 20 minutes and tried to get a shot off. It was over the bar, but they would threaten throughout the entirety of the first half, pretty much. It was predominantly Hull. Like, they're just, I don't know what it is about them. They are just incredibly difficult to play against. It's because of them that we finished 4th in the league as opposed to 3rd or 2nd, because they beat us 4-0. Like, they absolutely demolished us. And they're just an incredible unit in the game, and I don't know why. And Tom Huddleston is the best player in world football. So we come up to the the end of the first half inside stoppage time with Zaha on the ball. And he gets a really lucky break here to get away from the tackle of Livermore, and the way the ball fell actually helped him get into a position to shoot, and he ended up scoring. But I wasn't going to take anything for granted here. Like, this was our second shot of the game, and it was all Hull before that. But Hull came forward, we came forward through kind of a counter-attack really, with Zaha taking on Curtis Davies in the 47th minute, getting into a shooting position, but sadly you never score from those. Even if you go for the finesse shot, he always finesses it with his bad foot into the goalkeeper's arms, and that's really annoying. But we come up to the 50th minute mark with the ball coming to Gary Gardner, who went for the shot, and that was a very close one as well. Like, it almost slipped in at the far post there, but it wasn't to be. Then in the 51st minute, Hull came on the attack, and this was when they sort of started to put their foot to the floor a little bit and work on getting forward properly as a unit. But their shot was saved, and then we come up to the hour mark, and this is just an example of why I find them so difficult to play against. I think, like, I know not to move players out of position, but it's so annoying when a team has possession for a certain amount of time and you just get agitated and you'll always pull players out of position. And that's what happened here. Like, the amount of times that these players just passed the ball freely around my players was ridiculous, and it all culminates in that Tom Huddleston goal as he equalises, and he looks so ridiculous in the game. He looks like a fucking house, and he's got like a huge afro, and it's just so stupid, and he's so amazing at, like, all of his technical stats are incredible and everything, and so ridiculous. But that goal was just nuts. Like, the passing involved in that was ridiculous. If you ever saw Hull score a goal like that in real life, you'd be very, very surprised and very impressed at the same time. But Berahino came forward after 75 minutes, and he took on Dawson inside the box, got the fake shot to beat him, but his shot was saved easily by the goalkeeper and then scrambled clear by the defence after they almost worked their way into some trouble there. But Figueroa dispossessed one of our players, I think it was Knockhart, in midfield, and the ball comes to Quinn, whose shot goes just wide. And that was kind of a really close call, but there was a few chances for Hull like that in the game, and they were like, this pass here, I don't know what I was doing. I spent the whole time looking at it thinking, oh, I'm just going to pass it to the guy in front of me. I passed it straight to Quinn. He found Huddleston, who played it into Jelavic, and Aluko's shot goes just over the top right hand corner of the net, but that could have been a goal. Thankfully it wasn't. We hold on for a point. I think it's the first point we've ever gotten against Hull. I think it's the first time they've ever not beaten us. I remember at the start of last season we went to Hull and spent most of the game being level or in front, and nothing came of that. But thankfully this time we did hold on for a point. We got a point against Southampton too. A bit of a difference, a bit of a contrast from the games that we've had in the previous episodes, but we're back in Champions League action in the next episode against CSKA Moscow in Russia, which will be a difficult game. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying the series. If you are, please do leave a like, that would be much appreciated. I've been El Dinero, thanks for watching.